both of our birth mothers are dead. You spend enough time around me in public and I just look miserable. And people go, why is that a huge guy so miserable? And you go, his mom's dead. And they go, oh, fuck.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Adapting Adopted podcast. My name is Jamisha. I am one of your co-hosts. Here with me for his third time is the great and powerful Sam Hunter, also a co-host on here. For the first time, we actually have a guest that I'm really excited to introduce because there's not a lot of comedians in Austin who are adopted like Sam and I. So to you guys, I would like to introduce the also great and powerful Jamie Lee Simmons.
Hey.
Thank you, Jamie, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited because a few weeks ago, I don't know, maybe it was a month ago now, I put something out on Instagram just like looking for help. Like if you know anybody who's adopted, send them my way. And great comedian Emily, your friend, reached out and was like, Jamie's adopted. And I was like, bet. And I wrote your name down. And then 2 hours later, you were like, I'm adopted.
Yeah, I saw it.
And so in the message that you sent me, you were like, I'm half adopted. You said that your parents had changed your birth certificate when you were little, that you had a different dad and they lied to you about it and you found out in some crazy way. So we're just going to jump right into that story.
Oh, God. All right. Yeah. So I spent most of my childhood, I thought it was weird that my parents got married when they were 4. But I was like, oh, they're just doing it different. Like my stepdad and my mom.
Got married.
When I was 4 years old.
When you were 4. Okay.
Yeah. So... and I always thought that was weird because I was like, usually people are married before they have kids, but you're a kid, so you don't think much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like a good dad. And then my dad was like a rich Jewish guy who owned like a big masonry company in Boston.
Yes.
He did like the Big Dig, a lot of the Newberry Street apartments, like a lot of big projects in the city. This is like where shit started going weird with him, and I started picking up that something was like not like he wasn't my dad.
Yeah.
But when I was 10, I hacked my dad's email. Like I taught myself how to code. And
when you were 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a weird nerdy kid.
Okay.
And I hacked my dad's email and I found all of his emails with other women. And so I told my mom my dad was cheating on her. So he left. And then he started dating this like young woman who I knew was like a drug addict. Yeah. And things started like kind of getting weird. My dad was like never a drinker or whatever. He fell off scaffolding at work, had to go get back surgery. He gets addicted to his perks during the opioid crisis. Yeah. And then perks turned to oxys, which turned to heroin. And so there was a lot of like issues at home with drugs. Yeah. And so that's when I was already angry at him. And I was like, fuck you, you're not my dad. Like, you're putting me through all this stuff. And then I'm very spiritual. So this is a really weird thing. And a lot of people don't believe it. But I was driving in a car on Father's Day. And I was like thinking about him. And I was like, I don't know. I just don't feel connected. I don't know what it is. I was very angry. And I heard a voice in my head. It was like a man's voice. And it was like Darth Vader, like, he's not your father. And I had this overwhelming sensation. I was like, he's not my dad. And so I called my mom on Father's Day and I was like, Eric's not my dad, is he? And she was like, what are you talking about, sweetie? I was like, he's not my dad. Like, just be honest. Like, you guys have been lying to me. And she was like, yes, he is. And I like pushed my mom to the point where she finally admitted it and breaks down and was like, how did you know? Who told you? And I was like, I don't know, God.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. Yeah. And I uncovered a family secret and she told me that they changed my birth certificate so I would never know. And she said my real dad was like a bad man. That's all I know about him.
That's all you got.
So that's why they changed.
Well, thank God you got the perk addicted cheater instead.
Yeah, I got like a rich childhood up until like 10. So life was pretty good. So I got like, dude. I thought life was going the right way, you know. Yeah. It was a good choice. I was like, good choice, Mom. You know, you thought of our future by locking down this rich dude. And then life happens.
Yeah.
That's insane, first of all. Also, kind of a classic New England story.
Yeah.
You have a dad who's just taking government contract money on a project that's never ending.
Yep.
Just
Buying
raking
perks.
in taxpayer money and then immediately getting hooked on pills.
Yeah.
Letting that ruin his relationship. And now...
And his whole life.
Yeah. And now you're a comedian.
Yeah. My dad got me into comedy, so.
That's like a top 10 Massachusetts upbringing, like orientation story.
It really is. It
Go
really
Sox.
is. I got some street smarts and, you know.
Yeah. You're from Massachusetts?
Yeah, I'm from Boston.
You're from Boston. And
I'm from like the South Shore, but I say Boston.
So a lot of people up there have issues with
heroin's huge.
Yeah.
Pills are huge. Like perks with oxys were very big back in the day. I like grew up in like a trashy small town on the beach. So
Yeah.
like everyone was broke and just did drugs.
I'm so fascinated right now.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a perk?
No, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't touch that stuff.
Interesting.
I didn't even take my perks when I got I was straight edge until college. So I was like a straight A student. I like was like fighting to get out of my bad situation.
Yeah.
But I remember getting my wisdom teeth out and I didn't take the perks because I was like angry and I was like, how could anyone take these?
Yeah.
And
No, absolutely.
yeah, and I worked that day at an ice cream shop. I had to talk to people and just fought through the pain. That's
What a
childhood.
beast.
That's what inner woman childhood rage does.
What
Oh
a
my God.
beast.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah, my birth certificate, it's funny because I have a copy of my original one. And then when I was it was 5th grade going into 6th grade, I remember going into middle school and being like at the guidance counselor's office. And my parents like had to get my birth certificate changed so they couldn't run shit past me. Like I knew what the fuck was happening with my birth certificate. But I remember being like angry about it. Like, you didn't push me out of your fucking vagina. Like, why are you like, I take a birth certificate so literally.
Yeah, well, no, when you're a kid though, that's so serious. You're like,
Yeah.
you're not my dad and this is a lie. And it's like you just feel lied to.
Yeah,
Or like,
I'm like, I don't
I'm
mind
old
you
enough
guys
to handle
adopting
it.
me, but don't change the papers. Like, I came out of the pussy I came out of. Like, you can't really, you can't change.
Can't
and
erase
also,
my
like, how
history.
can you just change a birth certificate? Isn't that supposed to be like the ultimate form of identity?
Yeah,
Like, I'm like, my shit's not even real.
yeah. Oh my
Just kidding,
God.
Ice. It's totally real. And I am a
totally
citizen
real.
of the United States of America.
Oh God. No ice. No ice.
Yeah, that's all right. They're not coming for you. I'm from the
No.
fucking South Shore. And they go, okay.
Yeah.
I believe
My
you.
fucking
From
mother's.
Boston.
I believe you. I don't know if I've ever seen my birth certificate. I don't know where it is. I don't know how to get it.
So
You don't know how to
are your
get it?
parents good? They take care of that shit.
I don't know.
You're
I don't know
just
if I've
raw
ever
dog
seen
in
it.
life.
Yeah. If I need to produce a birth certificate right now, I'd write like in crayon and be like, I was born in Canada, 1995.
Yeah, and they're like, get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
like the dude from Benchwarmers where he's like, I am 12. And there's a fucking 20 in the piece of paper. Kind of a tough reference to
I've seen the bench warmers.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. I'm 12, Carlos. We get it.
We get it. You can go on the internet and request a copy of your birth certificate.
For what?
Well, I had to do it when I moved here. I don't know if it was because of, I don't know if you need it when you get your like registration or
Yeah,
something.
so you either need like your passport or your birth certificate. You need a form of like or like, I don't know, proof that you were born here or something.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm always strapped with a passport. 'Cause I
Yeah,
was
me too.
Born in a different country.
But I think I needed the birth certificate to get my passport.
Oh, okay.
But because like my mom is crazy, I don't have any of my childhood paperwork. I don't have a
Yeah.
social. I've also
Yeah.
been raw dog in life.
Yeah, totally.
So I had to like go to an official building and it had to be like stamped and get a bunch of copies. It sucked.
Right. I think actually, now that I think about it, I think it was to get my driver's license. I needed my birth certificate. And so then like I didn't have it, so I like ordered one. And then it showed up and I was just like, I just looked at it and I was like, I don't feel right about this birth certificate.
Do you
I
think-
don't know.
Do you think whenever you show like a government employee a copy of your birth certificate, because last week we saw that under the dad's name it just says not stated
Yes.
with like a million asterisks. Do you think if you ever handed that to like a giant black lady at the DMV to be like, I'm here for my license, and she looks at it and just goes, the fuck? Like, did she really
Albo.
make it look like, all right, that's crazy.
I feel like it's not when people don't really think about anything when they see my birth certificate, like when I'm in situations like that. It's more or less like when I show up to a function of some sort with my family. And they're like, what the fuck is going on here? Right? Because I'm Black. My mom's half Hispanic, half white. My
Hot.
father,
Hot.
I do have a hot mother, which is very difficult to grow up with. My mom is very pretty, and my dad is Mexican and Italian.
Hot.
And he's like a combination of like George Lopez and Joe Rogan, kind of just mixed together. He's bald, but he's got the like the black fucking goatee, and it's a very anyway. So there's that. But then my mother and my father, like they're both like fair in the skin. Like my mom has your kind of complexion, and my dad is just maybe like a shade darker. Like you can tell most during the summer. But then my brothers are all like brown. They're like close to being deported kind of brown.
Interesting.
But we grew up in a very like white suburb, I'd say. So like nobody knows any Spanish. My grandmother does, but we're like kind of like a white Mexican blended family. But I don't know. This podcast is great because we want to have like more serious conversations, but also bring a lot of humor to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were on the internet the other day, and I just typed in adoption stories, and like, could you type that into YouTube? And it just like, we've got to bring some humor to it because it's very, they're very tragic situations, I feel like. And I just want to bring some humor to it.
Yeah. Just
it's
sad.
So much fun.
Also, I'm picturing your family with like a bunch of Mexican half wops and then you. Just like 38 people jumping out of like a Honda Civic. That's a pretty sick way to pull up.
That's what I have a lot of family in Fresno. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, so this is like what I was scrolling through.
Yeah, keep going. That's all sponsored shit.
It's just like
Adoption story. Yeah,
like,
it's just a lady looking over a frozen lake with her side profile, being
It's
like, "My
always
parents,
so sad.
always so
my parents didn't love me." There's always crying.
Dude,
like,
when my
dude,
dad went to prison, I had to do like a interview with the paper,
Okay.
and they like took photos of me and my sister outside of her house, and they were like, "Look sad." So it's just a picture of me holding my sister, and we're just like,
Oh my
like,
God.
please feel for us.
A Renaissance painting.
My dad's going to prison.
I always wonder about that on like documentaries and stuff, like because there's always shots of the person that they're interviewing who's just like looking off to the distance and
No,
quiet.
it's all
Yeah.
a stage.
Yeah, and I was like, this is way side note, but oh God.
Like, I
Over
want to be an actress though, so I'm like,
Oh yeah, just like this is my one opportunity in the
my
paper.
family changed my birth certificate.
But yeah, so this is crazy. Over the weekend / up until like 2 days ago, this is so crazy. I probably went on this like 5 or 6 day like 9/11 bender
Nice.
like on YouTube because sometimes I
I got
at
some
least,
good
like,
YouTube vids for you then. You got some documentaries if you
twice
want.
a year I do this.
Kurt sent me a few.
This and like the DC sniper situation because like I grew up right outside of DC. And I don't know, just sometimes I'll get in my head about like those things and I'll just go down this dark rabbit hole. But there will be situations where somebody is like interviewing another person and then like the person being interviewed is just like sitting there looking off into the distance. And I'm like, I wonder if they're asking them to like sit still and look like they're sad because that's really fucked up.
Yeah, you got to plan everyone's emotions.
Yeah,
It's all marketing.
that's insane.
You
How
can't
do we-
believe the lies that Jamie's dad is telling us through the media.
Have you gotten over that?
Being a Jew?
Being a Jew.
Sorry.
No, we control the weather. Doing great. Do you see the sunshine right now?
It
You're
is
welcome.
wonderful. People are doing great work right now.
Yeah.
I appreciate
No,
it.
honestly, that was the one good thing he gave me when you were like, "Oh, I got the shit end of the stick with a drug addict," and I'm like, "But at least you made me a Jew, entertainment, baby."
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because
There's so many options. You go to
every time I meet
banking,
people-
accounting, show business.
Yeah, every time I meet people in show business, they're like, "Wait, you're a Jew?" And I'm like, "Yep." And they give me we do our secret handshake and start
Yeah.
speaking in tongues.
You interlock
Secret.
your horns.
Yeah.
Is that like the equivalent of black people doing a dap?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. That makes sense.
We're just passing quarters.
The forbidden quarter.
Yeah. What was the question?
When
I
you said
don't
you
know.
went on a 5-day 9/11 bender, I was like, oh, you're getting so drunk you thought about hijacking a plane and driving into a building?
No.
She was reminiscing.
I love driving.
Yeah.
No,
She's
yeah,
preparing
you're
for the
driving a
holiday.
plane on the runway into a building.
There's
That's what I wanna
something
do with
about,
terrorism.
I don't know why I do that. Because, 9/11 happened like 2 months before I was adopted, which the situations are not correlated. But
The butterfly effect. If 9/11 didn't happen, I never would have found my family.
But like, I was just thinking about my childhood the other day, and there was just a lot of pain in it outside of the adoption. Like, while I was going through all of that, it was like I was in foster care while 9/11 was happening right outside of DC.
That's so funny.
Like, literally 30 minutes outside of the Pentagon. I was in foster care. And I remember my foster mother with a newspaper, I think later that day. And there was pictures of the Twin Towers and then we had it on the TV. So she was like pointing to the newspaper, pointing to the TV. And then I got adopted in October of 2001. And a year later, the DC sniper situation happened. So it was just, I don't know, just a lot of outside of like not having a family and adjusting to a new one. Just
Right.
like all of this chaos.
Right. And to your family, them adopting you was like the third national tragedy that was happening.
Yeah.
It's weird that we
9/11, the DC
associate
sniper.
national tragedies with like big moments. Because when I caught my dad cheating, Columbine happened, which
Oh
is
my
a
God.
Oh my
horrible
gosh.
time for a 5th grader who's angry to find out. But
Damn. Now I'm tempted to text my dad and be like, when was I adopted? What sort of horrible shit was happening?
you know,
What? You don't actually wait, you don't know when you were adopted?
I don't know fucking anything. I don't keep track of that shit. I was trying to like watch the Red Sox and like eat Cheez-Its.
are you from Boston,
Connecticut.
Connecticut? Okay.
Yeah. Let me see what my dad's. My dad's probably hammered right now. It's 1:30
Do you know
p.m.
Hall, Mass?
Hall
Like
Mass.
Nantasket Beach.
Mm-mm.
Have you heard of Hingham?
Yes, I think so.
That's right there. That's where I'm from.
Okay.
If
It's like
you
a little beach town, so people go and visit it, but
Oh, okay.
it's
Okay.
really trashy.
Yeah, definitely. All the beaches in New England are disgusting.
Disgusting.
You have to go to like Maine and just maybe see a clean enough beach, and they're like the tide is like that much of a
covered in
wave.
rocks and needles.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah, I mean, I used to go to like this Milford Beach, like once a week for a summer. It was just a place
Milford?
where what's that,
Milford.
dude? Fucking Milford. And every time you go for a walk, you just see a needle, and you're like, dude, there's kids here. They're just gonna step on it. They're gonna get hepatitis
Yeah,
in
some
their
kids
foot.
pick up seashells. I'm collecting needles. I'm like,
Totally.
Look,
oh
Mom.
my god.
There's just dead horseshoe crabs and needles. Like, dude, this place is fucking metal, man. Let me see.
If you called your dad, would he answer?
That's a game for a bunch of adopted people.
I could call my mom. We're no contact. She's a little crazy.
You're no
And
contact with your mom.
It could go wrong, but I could ask her question. We could ask her questions.
That would rule.
But it could go
Would that
wrong.
But it could go wrong. Like, she's literally psychotic. She's a Boston projects bitch. She was like,
Would that fuck up your month?
if today's the anniversary of my sister's death, let's tackle it.
Damn.
I was
Let's
about to say
tackle it
she's
on.
already
Baby.
down.
Yeah, dude. We want to talk about trauma. Like,
How long have y'all been no contact?
I broke it a year ago because there was like stuff going on with my brother, and
Okay.
I was like handling it all by myself. And I was like, "Hey, you're his mom. Let me pass the torch, please."
You figure it out.
I'm
And
basically
she's-
a mom. Like, I basically raised my siblings.
And
but
she's not on pills, your mom?
I don't know.
Oh, great.
She was always like a heavy drinker. Like, after my dad left, she got super depressed. I think she suffers with like BPD, and she has
Ouch.
severe like CPTSD. Like, she had a very traumatic life. So she's a projects girl that gets saved by a rich man and can breathe,
Mhm.
and then it gets ruined, and then he drains her money, and it's like it's just, we went from like rich to fuel assistance and food stamps.
Totally.
You know,
Same.
and she had no college experience. She was like a painter and doing construction to like, she was working like a dude every day.
Yeah, sick.
So like, she drank a lot, and then the perks I didn't take from my wisdom teeth,
Oh, no.
I found them in her room, and they were gone, and we got a huge fight about it because I was like, "Fuck you." So I think she's more of like a a recreational drug user, not like all the time.
Respectable.
But my mom would be like, "Yeah, you got a muscle relaxer, pass it my way."
Oh, great. It's funny to come home from school and be like, hey, Mom. And she's just like pounding a Busch Light tall boy, smoking a Mar bread.
You want to hear a story? My mom I used to work at this bar, this towny bar, and my mom was there. She would order a Bud Light in a can, but she would get a wine glass, and she would put the Bud Light in the wine glass so she could sip the Bud Light and feel fancy. That's the
beast.
ultimate trash.
What a beast.
Yeah, she'd be like,
the
I want my
Bud
fucking
Light.
Bud Light, whatever. Like, why can't I enjoy it?
Damn.
my
my
goodness.
my parents now, they like to tip them back. I had a friend over for dinner in like high school, and my adopted mother, who's like this tiny little lady, but she loves beer, and like, but if she drinks too much, she'll be fucking hammered because she's like 100 pounds. My friend saw her putting in a huge like pint glass, a regular Modelo, and then like an NA beer in the same thing. She was like cutting
beer.
like alcohol. And he was like,
Oh,
I think that's
God.
the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And I was like, yeah, it's every day. It's pretty fun. It's better than
Damn.
pills. You know what I'm saying?
It is better than pills.
I did recently quit drinking, and I will say,
Actually, I don't know. I'd rather someone be like on pills and like sitting on the couch than like drunk and abusive.
gee,
You know?
that's fair. That is fair.
Actually, you know what? My dad was abusive on pills too.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah, if it's in
I would
you,
rather a sober parent.
if it's in you, it doesn't matter the substance. It's
Yeah.
coming out.
Yeah.
You could be on fucking gummy worms and still beat your kids.
Yeah.
If you're a piece of shit. Not me.
Yeah, my mom would get laid and still beat us. Like, it's usually
What
when
a-
you're usually when you're at your best.
I had
Not the trauma dump, anyways.
No,
Oh, that's
I
the
had,
show. That's the whole show.
I had a
We're matching, by the way.
how
Yeah, you really
Green
are.
and black.
green and black. Oh,
And
the
our
hat.
skin color.
And it's like opposite.
Yeah.
And it's opposite. Yeah, we planned that. I had a perk.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've had one a couple times.
What?
They were provided by my mother.
My mom would give me drugs too.
But like my mom was like not my birth mom, my adoptive mom. It was for a good cause. Because I used to get these really bad migraines. And so this was maybe when I was a teenager, maybe closer to 17, 18.
You get a bad migraine, your mom's not like, take 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol. Here's a perk, baby girl.
Perk 30.
Perk 30.
Crush it up and snort it if you want.
Yeah,
Makes
I'll
it work
teach you.
faster.
Oh my gosh. No, when I would get because I would get them at least like 3 to 4 times a week, and they'd be so bad that I like really just didn't want to live anymore. So eventually, like I would go to the doctor, and they'd just be like, take 4 ibuprofen. And I'd be like, no, I'm not,
It's like worse
I'm
than
not
that.
gonna do
Give me the good shit, Doc. Stop fucking around.
And there was this one specific night where I was just like so beside myself, in so much pain, not understanding, like kind of in this mindset of like, why is this happening to me? And my mom gave me a perk, and I went to bed, and I still had the migraine. Like I was still in a lot of pain. I just didn't like care. I was like, I could go run a marathon right now with this migraine. Like I could do it. But then the next
I
morning,
bashed my head against a wall with this
Yeah.
Who
migraine.
gives a shit?
the next morning I was just like, I guess like just so hungover from it that I was like, I can never do this again. Like this was just, it was not something that I wanted to.
Well, that's what keeps the addiction going.
Yeah.
Because you feel like shit. Same thing with like hair of the dog in the morning.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I
You
still
know?
had the migraine. I was just like, but now I woke up and now I care again. And it's like, fuck, that didn't do a whole lot for the migraine.
Mhm.
But
Well, I'm glad you didn't get
Never.
addicted to perks.
yeah, I've never been a pill person.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
I just drank like a homeless person for 15 years.
Like weed, shrooms.
Weed's all right. Shrooms great. Shrooms rule. But when every now and then they turn on you, and it's necessary, but
Yeah.
I
they
only
turn on me
ex-
on Sunday.
I only experienced them turning
Only
on me,
Sundays.
you know? But that's how I healed a lot of my childhood trauma. So
That's
Totally.
good.
it turned
It's-
on me
it-
for good reasons.
It sucks for like 6 hours, and you wake up the next day and you're like, I feel productive.
Yeah.
And kind of ready to go.
You
So,
do
yeah,
like
you're
a year of
cleaning
therapy
out
in one shroom
Your
trip.
soul.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
On Sunday, I take like a 0.5 on Sundays just to see where my head's at and like maybe enhance my mood and go for a hike or something. And it just said no. I like did all my things, went for a nice long hike, and then I came back and everything I've been avoiding for the past 3 months, just like it felt like someone just threw a javelin through my chest. And I just had to lay on the couch and like stare at my ceiling.
Yeah.
You gotta feel it though. You gotta push through the emotions. That's why I brought up.
I was processing it, and I wanted to like unzip my skin and like go drink in my bathtub. But the next day, I just told my buddy about it, and he was like, "Okay, how do you feel now?" And I was like, "Great."
Yeah.
And I agree. And I feel so much better. And there was another time, like maybe 2 years ago, that I took again a small amount. And normally mushrooms, we get along great. I can handle mushrooms better than weed, which is strange for a lot of people, but. Normally, like, it completely relieves anxiety and depression, and I can watch, like, an Adam Sandler movie and be like, dude, life is fucking perfect.
Yeah.
I'll watch The Waterboy. Have you ever seen The Waterboy?
Yes.
I mean, you have Kathy Bates and Henry Winkler? You have, like, world-class actors. The love interest is, like, an amazing, like, horror film actor. Does a little artsy shit, and then you have Adam Sandler screaming like a retard for 90 minutes. It's like that's like the perfect movie.
Adam Sandler's the reason. Adam Sandler and my dad. That was like the movies we'd always watch. It's like literally what got me into comedy.
Oh yeah. He's the king.
Yeah,
he's the king. But one day I just sat on my couch after like a gram of mushrooms, nothing crazy, and it was just like sat there for like 4 hours, and I was like, I am a fat loser, and it is completely my fault. Then I sat there ruminating about that for a while, and then the next day I was like, I needed that, and then it was like a giant step forward in my like unconscious to be like, we can take responsibility and live like a good life.
Oh, I love it.
But you had to sit through that shit to get to the other side of it.
Yeah.
And pills, you just numb all of it. Pills, the same thing with booze. You just numb all of it. You never deal with it, and then it can escalate, and then you're just
stagnant in your body. And I think like with trauma, because I had a really traumatic childhood too. Like I was like, I've gained weight like 40 pounds and lost it both ways, and I'm 5'2". Yeah. So like, and a lot of it had to do with how I was emotionally at the time, and I would like to just push ahead and be straight edge and not turn to vices. It was like work, blinders.
Yeah.
Totally.
And then my body just started decomposing. I was getting sick all the time. Like my hair was falling out. Like living in fight or flight, and doing shrooms helped me release all of that. And I lost like 40 pounds without like going to the gym really or doing much change besides like inner work.
Totally.
People were like, what'd you do? And I was like, meditated. Processed my trauma, like it glows from within. So it's
just
totally.
Jamie's weight loss tips.
Jamie's weight loss tips.
Sit down in silence for a while.
Yeah,
if you can do that, you're gonna be okay.
It's I remember, like monk training for weight loss.
Totally, and well, it's hard to do, especially if you're in a place where you're gaining weight. Yeah, I mean, it's indicative of something not happening well on the inside.
Yeah,
and. What the fuck? I remember coming up in Connecticut in stand-up. I think I heard about you, where it's like there's this girl in Boston. Did you start in Boston?
I started like New Hampshire, Boston. I used to do like YouTube videos about my DMs and What'd you hear? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I just heard like there's this girl in Boston who like recently lost a bunch of weight and she's been like crushing. And I was like, oh, interesting. I never really saw you. I don't think we ever crossed paths, but I did make a mental note of like, oh, good for her.
Yeah, what everybody was saying.
I started
comedy. This girl who just lost weight and she's been crushing it.
No, it's like so weird. Like guys will comment on weight loss all the time. All the Boston guys I started with here, like Andrew Vickers, Zach Silverman, Nat, like Pat DePari, and Heather. Like those are the people I started my first mics with, and I was like, they knew me when I was fat, and so then they see me now, and it's like I'm like, hey guys, a new person. Hey. It's been 5 years, but yeah, I left Boston and moved to Miami. And it's really true what they say about like the Miami glow up. Like everyone who moves there ought to, like, because you just feel good all the time. And that really does have an impact on your mental health, which has an impact on how successful you are and, you know, putting yourself out there and stuff.
Yeah, I moved here and my life has been hell ever since.
Me too.
Same.
It's a Texas curse.
Yeah.
There's the Miami glow up and the Texas curse. It's like Texas is fighting you to be like, do you belong in the Republic of Texas?
Yeah, it's just like,
totally.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. My life just started getting better like 2 months ago, and I've been here for 4 years.
That's awesome. That's
But it is possible.
That's hopeful.
It is possible.
Got 8 more months to get there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be great. Got a good pod going. You're gonna have a flat top soon.
Oh, I thought of a kitchen appliance when you said that. I still like.
Oh my God. Okay.
You got a question?
I do, and it's my autism brain is not processing it properly.
Okay.
So are you still in touch with any of your dads that you might know?
No.
Did
No,
you know your real dad?
I never knew my real dad. I know
Okay.
nothing about him.
Pill dad?
Pill dad's dead.
Perfect.
Yeah, he passed away in 2016.
Okay.
How did your sister pass away?
So I'll just drop some lore real quick.
Definitely.
My dad's new wife, when they got together, she was addicted to drugs. My sister was also addicted. It was my dad's oldest daughter.
Okay.
So I think she was like 32 or something, like when she died. They stole my dad's mom's credit cards and jewelry when she was on her deathbed. And my dad's family
Wow.
sued them, like took them to court, and they went to prison for fraud. So my sister was in prison, and the day that she got out, they found her dead in an alleyway.
Whoa. Just immediately went and OD'd.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's what happens a lot of the times when you stop doing drugs or you're not doing as much, and then the next time you go do it. This is why a lot of overdose happen after prison and stuff.
Right.
Or like after rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you do the same amount that you're used to.
Totally.
And your body can't handle it, and you
Right.
overdose.
And you're like going for it. You're like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Let's let's live it up. And then you're just gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they released my dad out of prison for the day. Because she was like brain dead and like, put up, and he like couldn't pull the plug. So I had to tell the doctor to he'd be like, can you tell the doctor my dad's like a mess? And I was like, hey, we can let her go now. Like,
Damn. Say, buddy,
Yeah.
why don't you tell the doctor? Take a perk, push down your feelings, you do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's ain't my responsibility, right? Okay.
That's a hard.
Yeah, that's
I
nuts.
don't know. That's a hard fucking position to be in.
Yeah, I was about to go to college too. So my sister died. I did that, and I just got up, went to work, and was like, all right, we got to keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't
Boy,
really process it until like years later.
Yeah.
Did you have any sort of addictive behavior? I know you said you gained weight, but did you ever was there a period of time where you were like drinking too much?
All the time.
Doing
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. I was diagnosed bipolar.
Mm.
I think I still don't know if I am, and I think I was misdiagnosed because a lot of my traumatic instances were around like the same time period in the winter, and then you add being poor in the winter, so it was just like the winter's traumatic. The body keeps score.
Yes.
So every like September, I feel my like body gearing up for like war. Like, all right,
Yeah.
I start like putting on weight in the winter because my body's
Fuck
like
yeah.
protecting myself, and like I'm like more low energy. I have to stay in. And I would get in these like depressive phases where I couldn't do anything. And then March would come and I'd be like, I'm on top of the world and the sun's shining and whatever.
I'm the same exact way.
Yeah.
If like March comes around, I'm like, here we go.
Yeah.
I might gain 40 pounds and never leave my house. And then like June comes and I go, oh, fuck. Life isn't that bad. It's crazy how that happens. Because I remember in my last relationship, I would be with my ex and I'd be like, hey, why is it that every single March, like around the middle of the month, we have some crazy, insane blowout fight? Like, did something happen to you? Because this is every single year. And she said no, but it's like, no, something like horribly wrong happened. If
Because
this
your
is-
body's remembering.
Yeah,
it.
totally. And I wonder what that is. It said, it's very strange. The human body is like so intelligent, and then society has made it so our brains are just fully retarded all the time.
Oh yeah.
So we're just in this like spaceship that is extremely intelligent and adaptable and intuitive, and our brains are just like
There's like a
farts and
disconnect,
tits
like-
on TikTok. Yeah,
Yeah.
which pretty cool. Farts and tits are pretty awesome, I will say, but we're
Love
capable
farts
of
and
so
tits.
much more than we let on. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think part of that, like accessing it, is knowing your body too. Like being able to be aware that my triggers were all in the winter. It's like my dad died in January. My mom had horrible stuff like started in September. There's a bunch of stuff. Once I was aware of that, then I could like prepare for it, and then I could like have the self-care so that it wasn't overwhelming, and then I could operate way better, and it stopped having like, as a big of an effect. But I had the same thing in a relationship where it was like the holidays were so hard for me and that I was like kind of like all over the place, and I could tell who was going to be my boyfriend or not by how they handled it.
Yeah.
I
I see that. But being aware is half of it. Because I'm the
Yeah.
same way. If it's like holidays or March, I'm like, hey, going through something crazy, just hang, I'll do my best, but hang with me. It's when you're not aware of it and you're like, why are you a raging piece of shit right now?
Yeah.
And then it's like, this is kind of harder to deal with.
Yeah.
So currently, no real parental figures in your life.
No.
And you're what, 19 years old?
I'm 12.
Sick. I'm 12. Hot. And
I don't have parents to sign off, so
so, and you feel, you seem like a spiritual person. You seem like you're very aligned, done a ton of inner work. What is your current balance between being responsible because out of necessity for yourself, while also reparenting and having to be the person that you need for yourself and trying to enjoy life with the remaining time you have after the first two things are sort of checked off?
yeah, so I kind of owe it all to starting an OnlyFans. So like I'm very like, I guess like proud that I do that, because I was in fight or flight for so long that there was no balance. I never like I didn't have a lot of social interaction. I was always working on holidays. I missed out on so many fun things with my friends in college because I was like putting myself through school. And then after that, it was just like grind, hustle. And I had so much debt from putting myself through school that it was like, it just never seemed like it was going to end.
Yeah.
I was making 6 figures in a sales job at a marketing company in 2020.
Soul crushing shit.
Soul crushing shit. And everyone cancels their marketing during COVID. So I was
Right.
like, about to make no money. I finally got to a place where I started to be able to work on my mental health.
Yeah.
And then when I started OnlyFans, I quit my corporate job. I was able to like make money and breathe for the first time. So I had a crazy party phase at first. It's like 6 months of partying and coke and underground parties.
In Miami.
No, this is in Boston.
Dang.
And then
That's way sadder for some reason.
yeah, I cut everybody out. I know, it was sad.
Like partying and coke. It's like, yeah, you're in Miami. Like, no, I was.
No, it was underground parties in Boston, like warehouse parties.
Oh, no.
I know.
Just doing coke with guys in flannels. Oh, my God.
Doing
There's a-
coke,
Like
hitting the
finance
Wegmans.
bros.
Doing coke at a bonfire? No. Gross.
No, it was like EDM DJs, and they would shut it down, so it was fun. But
Yeah. I mean, to each their own.
I cut everyone off. I cut all my toxic friends out. I stopped drinking and partying. And I was like, I'm going to spend the next 3 months working on my mental health. It's the first time in my life I've ever been able to do it. And I spent every day, I was like, I'm not working. Like, I'm not doing anything but sitting in whatever this is. And so, and that's when I had like a big weight loss journey. I was meditating like 2 hours a day.
Oh, that
I was
sounds
like doing
amazing.
shadow work prompts. I was like, I'm diving deep into this because I also took a break from stand up because I was such a mess. I didn't have like the self-confidence and like I don't know, I was getting worn out. So like anything where people were giving me shit, like I just wasn't a strong enough person to keep going. So I was like, if I want to do this, I have to like get really good with me. I did that for like 4 months, and then it was just like back into it. So I think every day, like I wake up, I'll go through like what I'm grateful for. I will do like affirmations. Like I'm constantly, no matter what I'm doing, trying to take in stuff to like grow as a better person so that it's not overwhelming and I'm not like fully focused on healing, but I can do it in between everything.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But I struggle with it because I struggle with like ADHD and like if you're in a toxic situation or a relationship or something, you know, like that can affect you and take you off your path. So it's like constantly realigning yourself
Yeah.
and giving yourself grace, I guess. But I don't know if there's much of a balance. We're all figuring it out. And it's
Yeah.
constantly changing.
No, totally. That's
See,
life.
You meditate a lot. You said that on Father's Day, not this past one, but whatever Father's Day it was where you heard your father's voice. Have you?
It wasn't his voice.
It wasn't his voice.
Darth Vader.
Unless it was my actual dad's voice. It was Darth
It was,
Vader.
it was
It was
Darth
your
Vader.
actual dad. That'd be funny.
It was my FBI agent doing MK Ultra. Like, hey, just want to let you know, not your real dad. This is a part of your mission.
He's just breathing.
I'm your real dad.
Have you heard something like that since?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like premonition like dreams.
Okay.
I can't tell. Some people think it's spiritual. I also think like trauma. My hypervigilance. I can read people like very good. I can tell if you're lying to me. I can. The moment I walk in a room, I know who's safe, who's not, and it's just like a trauma response.
Yeah.
I feel like you have that as well.
Except I just assume everybody's the devil.
Yeah,
Which is like
That's one way to be right about it.
The problem you don't want to have,
Yeah,
and
sure.
that is the issue I have.
Yes.
No, that is a way to keep yourself safe, and then you're also shutting off some connections.
Yeah,
But we're gonna get through it
for sure.
with our flat tops.
With our flat tops.
Like, no, man, I'm the worst person to date. I will know if you're cheating on me or like being weird. I can sense. I'm an expert in pattern recognition is what I call it. So some might call that like psychic, and some might call that like, I don't know.
Neurodivergence.
Hire me, CIA. Yeah, neurodivergence. But I've had dreams, like full dreams, where I've caught people cheating on me in my dreams with the exact person. I've had like a whole scenario play out, and none of the stuff in the dream was would have made sense in real life.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, like that weekend, like the dream happens and all the things line up, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I tell people, and they're like, in the moment, I've had people be like, is this? And I go, yep. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
But
What? I mean,
even the inner knowing, I go, I'm going to do the inner knowing of I'm going to meditate and it's going to work out. I kept going, something big's going to happen in April.
sure.
If I don't work and I listen to this and have blind faith, like I will be rewarded. And I just had this feeling. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah.
I got signed to an OnlyFans agency and in 1 month I quadrupled my monthly income.
That's insane.
And my whole life changed.
Yeah.
I went from being like a normal person. It's like, I'm in Puerto Rico with like Jake Paul and like doing crazy shit. And I'm like, how did this happen?
Absolutely.
You know? So
You're just listening to God.
yeah.
You just were in tune, listening to God.
God said, go get you an OnlyFans.
Go get your OnlyFans.
That's why
you an
everyone's like,
OnlyFans.
that's the devil's work. I'm like, dude, this was a blessing. This
an-
changed my life.
It's the oldest service in the book.
And also like Jesus, if I'm not to get religious, like he would hang out with prostitutes and fucking crooks.
Most Boston defense ever.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Nah,
like,
Jesus loved the horse.
yeah. We're gonna take care of God.
What is it? Here's
Jesus
what I
was a
understand.
pimp.
And not saying that you have dreams about catching people cheating on you because you're just a woman, because you obviously have went through so much stuff and you're very intuitive, But there are women who are like, will have dreams about my boyfriend cheating on me, and it's a lot of the times right. I've never had that in my relationship. All my dreams are just me fighting my dad, but my hands are made of sand.
Well, so women's intuition is much different than men's. I think
Completely.
it's more of like a woman thing.
Yes.
That's why when you look at like witches or whatever, it's always like the lines of women who have those powers.
Right.
Yeah.
And men don't have it, and that's why you
No.
guys fear us and burn us.
I don't fear ladies to the point of burning them. I just fear ladies to where I don't want to leave the house ever and have a conversation.
Oh.
I'll just read and be like, I'm safe here. No moms can hurt me today.
Your dreams.
We should
are-
go back to burning women, though.
So your dreams are.
Start doing like spell work.
So your dreams are
You're a
fighting.
Jewish woman. That's the scariest thing of all time.
Dude, I'm like a triple threat over here.
A Jewish lady and a black lady. I'm in serious danger right now. That's a joke.
You didn't say that after the last joke you made.
No, we should start drowning women to see what happens, but for the betterment of society.
Drowning?
But the last thing I
He's
said,
just mad that the ladybird lady killer is going after men, and he's mad it's not him.
a little bit. What do I have to do to be wanted, you know?
Oh, it's always like when people don't get molested as a kid, you're like, God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Must be nice.
I don't feel I'm like, yeah. Anyways, what were you going to say?
So your dreams that you have are your dad and you're fighting your dad, but your hands are made out of sand.
Well, it's just some huge monster. And like I try to punch and just turns to sand, or like I'm punching in slow motion and he's just kicking the shit out of me.
Okay, so
And
you
I'm just
said
assuming it's my dad.
you're just assuming it's your dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we sat down at dinner a few months ago and he told me he had dreams about his dad fighting his dad. And I was like, well, you passed that right down to me, buddy.
I have dreams.
We're cool now. He's a good guy.
The first nightmare I ever had was right after I got adopted, or the first nightmare I remember, I should say, was after I got adopted. And I was laying on my bedroom floor.
On Perks.
I was 6. Not on Perks. Thank you so much.
That was 7.
No, I was 7. Yeah.
Those are the pre-Perk days.
Yeah, this was when my birth certificate
BP.
changed. I started doing Perks. No, so
Naturally.
I had just gotten adopted. I was laying on I had this like nightmare, and it was reoccurring. Like I would say every other night or every night I was having this situation where I was laying on my floor in my bedroom, and my birth mother was at my door, like pointing a gun at me, saying, "Put your hands up."
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, and because like I still have dreams like that. Like any of my nightmares are like me being shot at, which is like it started with my birth mother when I was 6, and now it's just like I think DC sniper trauma. In combination with
It's weird. Mine's always like I'm in these 2 buildings and a plane hits
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I'm on the 98th floor and I have to jump. I don't know why.
I'm just like
That-
at school and they're attacking.
Have you ever had a
country.
dream where you see yourself die?
No.
Totally, yeah. Like I'll just be falling and falling and falling, and as soon like right before I hit the ground, I wake up and I go, "Oh, I just died."
Yeah.
But I have ones where I'm falling and I'm in my body. There's one, I think it was like at a turning point too of like my childhood and the weird spiritual shit.
Yeah.
But it was like, I was at my house and I am on my, I don't know, my porch. It's like a high up porch. And there's something with my mom, and I could tell people weren't like believing me, and like my parents weren't my parents, and they were evil. And then I got thrown up into the air like super high, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I just fall, and right as I hit the ground, I get sucked out of my body, and I see my body go through the porch and like through a wooden spike.
Yeah.
So I'm just like laying there, and then I hear a voice in the dream, and it was like Jamie Lee Simmons, 1994
Oh,
to
shit.
2012.
Sick.
And everyone was like around me, and I was like watching it, and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
That's fucking sick.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was maybe an ego death. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
I've never, well,
Dreaming of getting a gun pointed at you by your
Mom.
real mom is one of the scariest things I've ever heard.
it was scary because
That,
then,
like-
then she would say, like, put your hands up, almost like I was getting like arrested or something. And like the
Oof.
police did take me away from my mother's house, like when I ended up going into foster care. But yeah, it was a weird thing where I was just like, I don't know what this is about. And then it was like, since then, I've always had dreams about like people just like shooting at me.
I'm sorry.
And then anytime I'm having
So crazy.
anytime I'm having a dream when
Oh my gosh.
I'm falling, it's like me who caused that. I'm not just like falling. Like there's like a sprint that happens, and then I like jump into the air, and then I'm like falling, and then I just wake up. Don't be concerned about me. I'm completely fine.
Oh my God. Just like you're gearing up for a triple jump
Yeah.
off a fucking
It's like,
off
yeah,
a
an
building.
Olympian fucking. I'm like, why am I running so fast?
You can run fast in your dreams.
I'm like,
Oh my
sprinting.
gosh.
I run like this in my dreams, and I'm like, why isn't it going faster?
Totally.
No,
Totally.
I'm sprinting.
Totally.
Yeah, and I'm like on the ground too. So it's like, how did I even start falling? I was like on the ground already. Like, I don't understand.
I'm sorry. The idea, picturing you running and jumping off of something is like the funniest thing I could ever imagine. I'm sorry.
You should be.
Just to have a nightmare where you're going to kill yourself, but you have to sprint full speed first. It's so crazy.
No one said that.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't. Well, not that I wasn't thinking it, but. But yeah, that would be the moral of the story. Is that's what I was maybe trying to do. And
Do
then
you-
like I wake up, so it's like whatever.
Oh, yeah. Then you wake up and you go, all right, time to go to an open mic.
Yeah.
You go sprint into a bomb. Do you ever have any good recurring dreams?
No.
Do you ever have any good dreams?
No.
Yeah, it's rare for me.
Yeah.
Maybe one in every 20.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you have any good dreams?
I have like dreams that I really like, and I'll wake up and I want to go back into them.
Sure.
And I will have like reoccurring dreams like on another planet, and I've like mapped out this city. So each time I go into the dream, like I'll be like, oh yeah, this bar is here, and I remember. And each time I'm like mapping out the city, and it's like I'm fighting a world war, and I am jumping off buildings and in planes and like shooting at things. It's
like
crazy. They're crazy, but
Grand
they're
Theft
fun.
Auto.
That sounds, it's awesome. Yeah, GTA,
I know, like,
intergalactic
I'm like
GTA.
getting jobs in them. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna work at this bar and then like save the world like at night.
Dang, I'm gonna save the world. I'm Batman.
Yeah.
I'm a Batman barback.
What would your superhero name be?
Oh God. I don't know. My superhero name.
Your superhero name. You're in a dream. You're gonna save the world. What does this town look like? Does it resemble where you grew up, or does it resemble?
It'll be like
somewhere
I'm on
you
a
wish?
planet.
Okay.
And it's just the city, and everything else is like a planet, like outside of the city, not developed. And giant spaceships come, and I've gone in spaceships to other planets. It's very weird.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's fun. I love like sci-fi and fantasy shit. So like the fact that I get to like go to bed, I'm like, oh, this is way better than real life.
Is this lucid, or is this just happening unconsciously?
Both.
Okay.
Sometimes it's lucid, and sometimes I don't have control over it.
Yeah, this is how I know there's still some disconnection. Is I'll catch myself lucid dreaming every now and then I'll try and do some lucid dreaming shit,
And it doesn't
like
work.
fly, and I can't.
Yeah.
Like I'll just be like at a taco truck or something, which is one of my good dreams.
Yeah.
And then I go, all right, time to fly, and I go, yeah.
Okay, so
And then I
I'm
just stand there.
I'm always aware I'm dreaming. Typically, I know I'm in a dream, and I'm very aware of it. But I can't change shit. I can't be like, let that wall open, you know?
Interesting.
Or like I'm gonna run fast. I'll still not be in full control, but I'm aware.
Huh.
I feel like I
even
don't look like
close.
what I've been through, besides like the red hair and the attitude. But
I was gonna make a cheap joke early in the show, and I was like, I didn't know you were adopted, but I was like, I should have guessed from the OnlyFans.
yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. That's definitely My dad's dead,
Hey.
Yeah.
but everyone's always like, "Would your dad
Justin
be?"
with the thumbs up. Oh my god, so funny.
Everyone's always like, "Would your dad be upset that you're on OnlyFans?" And I'm like, "No, he sold pills. I sell. It's like
Yeah.
we're
Who gives a
business
shit?
people."
Right,
Your
for sure.
Suitcase.
That's an upgrade.
Yeah,
You're breaking generational trauma by
you sell
offering
pills.
a better
I sell
service.
pussy. What up?
Yeah, great.
I don't actually sell pussy, by the way.
No.
I feel like I should say that.
That's reserved for
Actually
me.
Had no judgment toward that.
Yeah, totally. I would. That's what every guy says, though.
Have you? Okay, thank you.
Go
Thank you. Going back to the sleep thing, have you ever had? What do they call it? Sleep
paralysis.
Yeah.
Yes. And it happened a
Dude.
lot as a kid.
Yeah.
My house was very demonic. I have like a lot of paranormal things.
Yeah.
And so
It's New England. It's got to be a 3,000-year-old house, right?
it was like, I know the guy who owned it died in it
Sure.
or whatever.
There's been, I mean, depending on how old it was, a lot of Massachusetts homes were built in like 1800s.
Yeah.
That's like 7 people have fucking died in that before the previous guy even.
Yeah. So it was like very like, and it was like dark. And I think as like, you know, with alcoholism, you're inviting a lot of negative energy.
Sure.
So there was a lot of like weird poltergeisty stuff.
Okay.
And I would have severe like sleep paralysis. I'd have nightmares, and then I would wake up and like my eyes were kind of like, you know, when you just see the slit,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and I would hear like whispers like like angry shit
Oh
and
my
like things
God.
crawling in the room.
Yeah.
And I'd feel shit crawling on me. I've had a lot of weird stuff, and
Yuck.
I've gotten better at like turning it off and like being able to get myself out of it.
Yeah.
But as a kid, you're so scared. You're like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But I've had it happen while I was on shrooms.
Oh
I was having
my
Oh
god.
no.
I did like I don't want to say gas station shrooms, but I did like shroom gummies that weren't real shrooms. You know, I get my shrooms from a niche at Foodies over there. But that's literally where I got them. But and they were free. And so yeah, I remember trying to fall asleep to get out of the shrooms trip, and I had sleep paralysis, and it was
That
I
backfired.
woke up because I felt something blow air on my face.
Ew.
Like, you know when you get the pressure in your eyes at the eye doctor?
Yeah.
And it's like a blast of air. It was like that in my face after like hearing creepy shit. And I was like just meditating through it, being like, God is with you, and you're stronger than these demons.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile,
It's really scary.
a sleep paralysis
Dude.
demon is farting in your eye.
Yeah.
That's tough.
My sleep paralysis demon's just yelling, "You're not funny. You'll
my
never amount to
God.
anything."
Shut the fuck up.
And I'm like, no.
I never had the demons, but I did have the paralysis. It didn't happen when I was a kid, but it was like it started in my early 20s, where I was just like, it was like the start of just what seems like never-ending really bad depression. And I remember waking up and not being able to move and being freaked the fuck out. And then eventually, like, you get to a point where you're like, okay, I know what this is. I know that when I wake up, I'm not going to be able to move. Just close your eyes and try to get out of it. Because, like, what? You're still stuck in...
Like your body hasn't gotten the signal to wake up yet, but your brain has.
And you're still in, like, REM sleep or something.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're half alive, half fucking just dead. It's some freaky fucking shit. Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
It doesn't happen to me much as I've healed more, a lot of the scary stuff doesn't happen as much.
Yeah.
I think, a lot of the stuff we experience has to do with what's going on subconsciously.
Yeah, for sure.
And so like that happened to me all the time as a kid,
Yeah.
But not.
I don't have it anymore. I would say that probably the depression I have now is worse than what I used to have in some ways and then better in other ways. But that's like one thing I'm very grateful for is like not having that because that's fucked up. Sleep paralysis is fucked up.
It's so scary.
Love is something that I've been thinking about over the last 18 hours. Because I went to go see this movie last night. That's why I didn't do the spot. Well,
Oh
it
my
was that
gosh.
and just because I hate myself right now.
You're so funny and so insane.
But
I love you.
I've been like going to the movies because if I'm gonna sit in the dark alone in my apartment, now I'm in this spot of life where I'd rather just do that in public.
I want them to feel my pain.
Yeah, I'm just like somebody just needs to know where I've been. Like,
Jamisha, what the fuck?
It's
Anyway.
good to leave the house.
yeah, it's good to
It's
leave
good
the
to-
house. I'm
yeah.
getting out there.
It's a positive way to look at it.
sunlight as I'm walking to my car.
Oh my God.
And then I hit the movies, get some popcorn. It's a great time. But I went to see a movie last night. I've been going like every other night, just watching shit that I wouldn't normally watch. But anyway, last night I went to go see a movie called The Materialists. And I was all like, oh, it was so fantastic. Well, it wasn't like the best movie in the world, but like it was about love. And I was like, I love.
the Adrian Brody joint.
I don't know the name of any actor or
Okay.
actress.
Big nose, skinny fella.
I'm going to be honest.
It doesn't matter. I'm sorry
I
to interrupt
can't
you.
even remember, I think, what the main characters look like. Like I'm just there at the movie. I'm not like one of these movie buffs. Like I'm just showing
You're
up.
not even watching the fucking movie.
She's
showing up
processing trauma in the
strictly-
back.
Literally, strictly to get out of my house. This is the only reason I went.
That's You gotta
And
do
so
what
I've
you
been
gotta
thinking
do.
about love, and I think that like I've never seen like a functional relationship.
I think sometimes us not seeing it though, like it's almost like a superpower because we know exactly what not to do. We know
Yeah.
what it's not. Like some people either go the same route of like continuing a toxic cycle and
Yeah.
old patterns,
Yeah.
or they go the complete opposite where it's like I'm going to be exactly who my parents were.
Yeah.
And like I think that's why I try too hard in
Sure.
relationships.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, no, I have to do it. I have to do it perfect,
Yeah.
so that it works.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you,
You know?
had like good relationships that maybe have ended but ultimately were good, or have they mostly just
yeah.
been...
My high school sweetheart. I dated someone from when I was like 13 to 22.
Okay.
And we almost got married. He was like a military guy.
Okay.
We went to high school together, and he was like a church boy. We lost virginities together. We didn't drink. Like
Aw.
we, focused on school.
Yeah.
It was very romantic. I have a box in my house still, and I show all my
box.
boyfriends that like after.
Wait.
And I'm like, I want you to see what
Sick.
real love looks like.
That's
just-
psychotic.
And it's a box of, if I ever have kids, I want to show them this because it's almost like, when you hear about your grandpa and your grandma writing letters during the war and
Yeah.
it's like, I miss you, like whatever.
Yeah.
That was that. We couldn't communicate when he went to college with the phones. Like we had to communicate through letters. So
That's
it was just
awesome.
like cursive, handwritten love letters. And like it's so pure and innocent and beautiful.
That's
I love
insane.
that.
Yeah.
That's what I want, but no, I'm not gonna get it.
So
now
I
that it's
did
2025.
yeah. And he was there through all my trauma. He was like my rock.
Yeah.
But you know, we had our problems too and stuff, and we were very young.
yeah.
And his mom didn't like me, and I don't have a family. So like I couldn't marry him because I couldn't see myself with his family ever.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a tough one to start where things get a little bit serious.
Yeah.
And their family's like, we like you. So what's your family like? And you go, what?
No, his family never liked me. They'd be like, "Oh, you're Jewish. You can't say grace with us." They were like the
Right.
town church people.
Well, that I understand.
And his mom
but-
was so mean to me. Like my mom would beat the shit out of me in the middle of the night, and then I have to sleep at his house, and his mom would be like, it's a burden that Jamie always has to stay here. And I'm like, you're literally donating stuff tomorrow and doing a soup kitchen, and your son's girlfriend, you can't give her a place to stay.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't be a part of this family. I'm so sorry. Please go fuck other people.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, it was hard.
But that's something you guys gotta take for what it is and be like, all right, it's not the right situation.
yeah.
The right situation. Did your dad ever get back to you?
They said they're not home and he'd have to look it up.
You'd have to look up your birth certificate.
The day I was adopted.
Do you
Yeah.
want me to call my mom? What questions would we ask her?
If you don't think it'll ruin your life, then yes.
Because I feel like I'm trying to be. I want this to be funny, but I also want to be sensitive.
It's the real shit, though. You know,
It is. I don't know what we would ask her.
What's your favorite pill?
She would lose her shit. She'd be like, "You're calling me on a fucking podcast."
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Okay, what would we ask your mom? What would you ask your mom?
Who's my real dad, or like
Who's my real dad?
Okay,
or what was the
well-
reasoning for me not knowing? I've never had these conversations with her.
Okay.
So.
Yes. If
All
you
right.
wanted to do it, if you're comfortable doing
But wait,
it.
we need 3 questions. I
Nope.
think.
I think
Okay.
2 solid questions.
All right.
I want to be.
She might not answer, and if she calls later, I'll be like, "I'm sorry, butt dial."
Yeah.
Butt dial, bitch. Pick up the phone, you bitch.
This bitch is always on her phone.
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, honey. How are you?
I'm good. I'm on a podcast right now, and it's about people who are adopted. And we just had some questions for you.
Oh, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Now, am I allowed to swear?
Yes.
Am I, because I didn't smoke a bone, so I'm completely sober. Is
Okay.
that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. All right, we're with Jamisha and Sam. They're both
Hi.
adopted. We're all comics.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Jamie's
Hi,
mom.
guys.
This is Miss Kelly.
Thank you for taking our call.
No problem. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Oh,
All right, let's rock and roll. What do you need me to answer?
okay. The first question we have for you is around Jamie's birth father and if you know anything about him.
Of course I do.
All right,
What
lay
would
it
you
on
like
us.
to know? What would you like to know?
All of it. Who is he? What did he do to not be in Jamie's life or your life as well?
Oh, that's simple. I'll boil it down to a 10-minute sentence.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, we're
Do you
ready.
remember when O.J. Simpson was being tried?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I was pregnant with Jamie, and he stalked me. So he decided that it would be okay to put posters of O.J. Simpson all over the place that I was renting,
Bro.
my apartment, all over my car, all over the house. And that's how we sum it up.
So he was psycho.
He was a psycho.
So he
Bro. Oh my God.
did he think OJ
It was like a
innocent?
threat,
Oh,
right? Like a threat, like I'll hurt you.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
okay.
But see, I'm from Charlestown. So every time he reflexed, I reflexed.
Yeah.
But this was the last straw of, I guess I'm doing this alone. So
Yeah.
I chose my baby, and I didn't choose him. And that's how I rolled.
Nice.
Because there was no way in hell that I was going to allow a man in my world with a newborn acting like that.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say to be black. OJ.
Sorry, we have a bunch of
Sorry.
comics on here. We're riffing.
Who?
Oh, I don't care. Listen, if you want me to get deep, shut up. But I'm just saying. So when I was pregnant with Jamie, didn't realize that he was doing drugs. And then all of a sudden, I was pregnant. I was 8 months pregnant. And I'm sitting on my couch, and there was a knock on the door. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And it was Jimmy Gold from Dorchester. Would you like the address too? Oh, I already brought her there. So I tried to, but he had no interest in her. Because she was graduating high school. So she was like, I wish I knew my real dad. So I was like, hey, that's easy. Let's just go to his house and say hi. Because she's 18. She was graduating high school, so it didn't matter. Or was it college?
I think it was college.
I think it was college too, right?
Yeah. She reached out to him and was like, do you want to meet your daughter? And he was like, no.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, no, but she met her stepbrother.
No, I
They
didn't.
brought her to the house. Remember?
No, I don't remember that. I thought we
Oh, you
didn't
don't-
go.
No, we went. You met the little boy that I took the cell phone away and told him to call his dad.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because he has Down syndrome. You don't remember that, huh?
I don't remember that.
I know, but we did that because you wanted to meet your father. And I said, okay, if you're ready and you want this to happen, I'll make it happen for you. And then you met all your aunts and uncles.
No, I didn't. There's no way.
You did.
She needs a
And
joint.
then they wanted to be your friend, Facebook friends. You don't remember?
No, I
Those
remember you said I could meet my aunts, but I never met anyone, and I was in Dorchester, and we never went anywhere.
Yeah, we did. And you met your uncle, Billy, his brother.
Did you tell me that these were my family members? I really don't remember this. I feel like I'd remember
Do
this.
you remember the Down syndrome boy that I took his phone and said, hi, little Jim. How you doing? Remember me?
No, I don't know.
Call Dad. Call your daddy. And then he called his father and gave me the phone. And then he ran inside the house and he said to his Nana and Papa, some strange woman just told my phone. You don't remember that?
No.
So you met your grandmother too. I think your grandfather already passed. Yeah, you did.
I just muted her. It's
What
like
a lovely
it's like
story.
Brief 20-minute
I don't remember this at all.
family members.
She's not going to stop, I don't
directly
think.
across-
That's nuts, Ma.
Oh, this is your daughter. This is Jimmy's daughter.
I don't remember this. Well, a question. I have a question. What made you change the birth certificate? And like how,
All right, so you want it? All right. So we'll get into that then. All right, so I was raising you by myself, and then I met a man, and then I let him court me for like a year and a half. And then I was like, okay. So he became part of our life. And then he fell in love with you. So he wanted
It's
to
the wrong
adopt you.
person.
So we went to the courthouse. We filed the papers, which means that when you file for someone to adopt you, it has to go into the paper. So Jimmy, your father, can either say yes or no. So he reached out to our lawyer, and he was really mean and cruel when he left the message to my lawyer so your father could adopt you.
so I was not supposed to find out.
That was really bad, what he said. So because they had to hire a lawyer so Eric could adopt you. So then we
Feel
went
free to
in
cut her off
front of
at
the
any time.
judge, and I said, listen to this. And there's no way I want her to know that she was adopted. This is her father. And I don't want any adoption papers. And the judge looked at me and looked at you and looked at Eric. And she said, you know what? Go get your new birth certificate. So there's no record of you being adopted at all.
Shit.
And the only reason why you knew you were adopted is because your drug addict father decided to share that with you when you were 14 years old.
He never told me, Mom.
Yes, he did. No. Yes, he did.
Miss Kelly,
Yes, honey.
how do you feel about the Red Sox trading Rafael Devers?
I don't give a shit about
All right, that was all the questions that we had.
No, but wait a minute, hold on. You
No,
can't do that to me because you're like bringing me back to the past.
I know. I'll call you after. We have to wrap up because they paid for studio time, and we're at the.
How much am I getting paid for this interview?
You got to hear my beautiful voice, Mom.
No shit. I love you too.
All right, love you. Hope you have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you
for sharing and being vulnerable.
No problem, honey.
All right.
Nice to meet you, Kelly. Thank you for the insight. We really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. And it's the truth.
Thanks, Ma.
I love you, honey.
All right, love you too.
All right.
All right, bye.
Holy moly.
That's my mother.
That is your mother, Jamie. I think on that note, we're going to go ahead and end it.
Wait, no, I want to call my mom. No, she's dead. Just
Are
kidding.
you paying Justin for extra studio time?
I'm gonna.
And I didn't realize you were referring to your
Dead mom.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a quick phone
Let
call.
me call Dad real quick. Hey, dude.
Yo, hey, you down there?
Oh my God. Well, this was so much fun. Jamie, thank you for
Apparently
joining us.
met my family. I don't remember.
Yeah, that
though.
was insane because there was like definitely just two
different experiences.
separate-
Yeah.
Yeah, that she'll
completely.
I feel like sometimes she'll have a reality in her head. I'm like, no, you told me I couldn't meet him, and you called. It was a phone call. I was
Right.
home.
Yeah.
I do not remember. I would remember. And she was like, I could introduce you to your aunts if you want. I was like, no.
That was like
Fine.
a Shyamalan twist of reality from what you said.
Yes.
It's like, no, you remember your cousin, he had Down syndrome, you took his phone, he counted the marbles. You don't remember that?
I
It's
think
like, who the
she
fuck
went.
would remember
I think
that?
she went to talk to them, and I wasn't there.
Yeah,
You know.
it's
Yeah.
possible. People who love recreational drug use later in life, they might have some
Or alcoholism. Yeah.
cerebral dysfunction.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor,
Yeah.
but hilarious for her to be like, I didn't even smoke a joint yet. Can I swear? I'm like, dude, this
I know,
lady's fucking
that's so
sick.
funny.
Yeah.
That being the first thing, I was like, this is great.
All right. Well, that's all our time today. Jamie, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for a couple of things for just, I know it's a tough day for you. Thank you for still doing this.
Yeah, true.
And then also for, giving your mom a call while you guys have been no contact and feeling like comfortable enough to ask some of those questions. I think it's hilarious that we got wildly different stories today.
That's on it. It's been my whole. I'm like, am I being gaslit? And I was just, at
Like,
this point, I'm just like, okay, Mom.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's like I
sitting
definitely
here.
didn't meet my Down syndrome brother.
Yeah, I had a lot of questions around that, but I
And
was
she
like,
kept
fuck,
talking
we
like
gotta-
he was like, remember that little boy? And I'm like, you told me my Down syndrome brother was like 10 years older than me. So like the story's not. That was my issue. Is I never fully knew
yeah,
the truth or who I was because it was constantly changing,
yes,
which is hard.
I
But
feel
very
you.
hard.
I feel you on
very
that.
hard. While we have you, is there anything you would like to plug?
yeah, listen to my podcast on YouTube. 2 Girls, 1 Blunt. It's with the numbers. And then follow me on the Jamie Lee Show.
Hey, Sam, anything you would like to plug?
Big Sam Hunter on Instagram. That's about it.
I am Jamisha Albo. You can find me at _Jamisha on Instagram. Please subscribe to the Adapting Adopted YouTube channel / Instagram. That would be fantastic. We appreciate the support. And if you know anybody who's adopted, any artists of any kind, or if you have your own adoption story, send them my way. That would be so fantastic. We do plan on sharing those stories throughout the episodes that we have. And I hope to get more response from you because I've already gotten some great responses and stories. Very exciting stuff. Thank you so much. Have a good day.